Morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the morning show. Again, great you are here with us. And yeah, we are not in the 12 days of masterclasses anymore, but we are still having some, great things to share with all of you because we are going to introduce the team to you. We are showing you in the interviews how all this works out. If you watched the master classes, Sigrun showed you a great way to build your online business, to start off your online business, or even to make it a thriving one. And now during the interviews, we show you how this works with real people who went through the program and used it to build their own successful business. But today we've got a few more things to cover in the beginning, in the morning shows now. So if you are watching us live on Facebook, please come over, hop over and join us here. It's sigrun.com/zoom15. So here you can ask your questions during the interviews, and you can use the chat much more easy than on the Facebook group, because here we can see it better way if you are with us in Zoom. And if you are watching the replay later on in the day, that's not a problem at all. Just jump to minute 20, because then the actual interviews will start. This part now is just a little warm up and a chance for you to first know who is the winner of the overall prize, because I'm going to reveal this today, and to learn, to get to know to the team who's standing behind SOMBA Kickstart. So let's at first take a look, because we had the breakthrough posts during the 12 days of masterclasses, and the persons who wrote their breakthrough under these breakthrough posts on time, which meant the breakthrough for each masterclass on the day when the masterclass happened. And they had a chance to win a prize, and we had great prizes out there. But there's one more to go, and that's really a cool one, because it's an Apple Watch. This nice gadget in Sigrun red, so it's a great color as well, and that's, I guess, it's really a cool prize. And now we are going to take a look who is winner of this. Winner of this is or let's say it the other way, everyone is qualified who just joined and answered all of our breakthrough posts. So let's take a look. I've got a lot of names on here. Hey, come on. A lot of people were really doing their homework. So let's take a look who is winning this Apple Watch. Anna Sibulka. Anna, this is your time. You are the winner of the big prize. Please get in touch with info@sigrun.com so that we can send you the watch. A big congratulations from my side, big congratulations from the team. You made it. Come on, that's great. So what are we going to do? What else are we going to do, to cover today? I want to introduce you to some of our mentors. As we explained during Kickstart, during SOMBA Kickstart, you will learn from Sigrun. You will have coaches on your side who will guide you through the process. I am one of them, or I'm the coach guiding you through this. And we've got a lot of lovely, lovely mentors. Those mentors are people who went through Kickstart, maybe even not only one time, and who now take care that all questions are being answered, are taking care that everyone is really having a chance to follow the process and so on. And as we've got a lot of mentors this time, because we've got a lot of students, I just want some of them to come up today. So this is, hey, I see you. Rachel, please come over. Just a second. Okay, I've got Rachel on here, and there is Katja is there, Agnieszka. and Sabine is on here too. Woo!
Hi.
Hi, everyone on there. So let's see who's going, Agnieszka and Sabine. So great to have you here and great that you made the time, because actually we are starting next week, not this week. So you still are some kind of in some kind of holiday. So it's great that you made it to with me in the morning. So please, give us a short shout out. Please introduce yourself, each one of you. Just who are you? What are you doing? What is your profession? And why are you here in this round joining as a mentor? What is your goal? Oh, I didn't want it to make funny signs. Okay, Rachel, let's start with you. You are the one who is, I think, farthest away from at least my position.
Yeah, I think so. I'm all the way over in Australia on the Gold Coast, so it's nighttime for me. So yeah, I think I'm probably one of the furthest away of the mentors, but we'll see. So I'm so excited for this round of Kickstart. So I am Rachel. I am a business growth coach and a strategist. So I help other coaches and experts to basically get more clients and scale their business. We go from 0 to 10K up to 30K months and beyond, all about ease and simplicity. So, but I just love being a Kickstart mentor, and I've been through the program myself. In fact, I've done all the SOMBA programs back in 2021, so a few years ago now. And I think I've been a mentor. I think this is the third year as a mentor.
Yeah.
But so time flies. But I love it. I love each round because you see sort of two camps of people come in to Kickstart. There's some that are like, this is for me. I know this is my next step. I'm eager. I'm going to do it. And then there's others that come in and they're like, oh, I know this is what I need, but there's that fear, doubt, uncertainty around, just trusting themselves to do it. And I just love, because there comes a point as they go through the program where the switch happens for that second group and the transformation occurs, and that belief in themselves, that confidence, that, oh my goodness, like I actually have it. Like I have an online business, and I just love seeing that flip, and I love seeing that transformation and really being part of that journey, because everyone goes through it. You see it all the time happen. So that's the most rewarding part for me, and just seeing the results at the end, I guess.
Yeah, I totally get you. Yeah, I think, and I see a lot of nodding, so it's
Yeah.
similar for a lot of people. Yeah. So thank you,
Yeah.
Rachel. So Katja, German disco ball.
Well, hello, good morning. Hello, world. Yes, I'm Katja from Germany, and I work for fellow human disco balls. That's what I call serial experts who really long to show all of their facets and bring all of themselves to the table to really shine and stand out. And I help them to do that with mainly writing, to keep it short and sweet. And I am very excited to be on board as a mentor again. Many familiar faces. Very thrilled to meet so many new, amazing people who are finally going for it this year. And my specialties are messaging and mindset. So I'm here all the way to support you guys, and hope that Kickstart will do for you what it did for me, which was get me out of massive overthinking. I'm a recovering academic. Raise your hand if you can relate. Everything needs to be really thoroughly analyzed, totally perfect before I allow myself to even go out there. And that has got to stop, because I believe the world is being run by the wrong people right now. And I think we need the educated empaths to step the fuck up. Am I allowed to swear here? I hope I am.
Yeah.
Go.
In this case, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, Katja, but I think as far as I remember, we are going to dive a bit deeper into this today as well. Okay, so thank you. And Sabine, it's your turn.
So, hello, my name is Sabine, and I'm also from Germany, from Stuttgart. Yes, and I'm a copywriter and copywriting and marketing trainer for female entrepreneurs who write their copy themselves and don't want to be salesy. And yes, I joined Kickstart in summer 2020, the first time, and I think it was 2 or 3 years before this time that I talked about I will be in online business, I will do a course. Yes, but I only talked about it. I always felt stuck and overwhelmed by all this I had to do. And SOMBA Kickstart was this kick in the butt that I really needed. And I joined again in January 2021 because I was so enthusiastic and did my second course. I still use this first course 4 years after I made it. Okay, I did new videos after 4 years, but the course itself, it stayed the same. So I am happy to be a mentor here and to help other female entrepreneurs to join this path and get this kick in the butt if they need it. And I'm looking forward to this great adventure because it is a great adventure. It may be sometimes not that easy as we thought, but these tiny steps that we will do in Kickstart, this is what saved my butt. And this is what made me do it, because every of these little steps was like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. And after that, I looked back and said, wow, I did it. I really did it. And it felt easy. And it was, yes, it's a special energy in Kickstart. I'm very happy to join this energy again and to accompany all of you and to work together with all of you.
Yeah, it's very great to have you on board, Sabine. And yes, I think especially this transformation, doing one step, and in between you think, oh my God, it's such a lot. And then, but in the end, really looking back and thinking, whoa,
how did I do this?
How did I do this in this time? And then, things are really getting better. Agnieszka, great to have you on board again as well.
So glad to be here. Yeah, I'm this Polish student that never graduates. Sorry for my voice. I'm really sick this time. Yeah, I'm here like since 2017 in Sigrun's community, and I somehow cannot get away from that. So yeah, beware. It tends to like suck you in and you never want to go away from here. Yeah, and I'm going to be helping you to remind yourself about trusting the process. I'm this living example that I'm always trying to outsmart the system. I'm really creative. My background is, handmade business here in Poland. So I always want to make up something new with what I do with business. But I'm a living proof that with Kickstart, the best way is just to follow the process, not to think too much, just go into action mode. So I'm probably going to be like, as every year, sending this message to myself because I'm also participating in Kickstart, but also reminding you, trust the process, just follow the steps, and then it's getting really easy. Looking really forward to this 3 years round. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone who was a mentor before or who was in Kickstart before knows this. This is the most told sentence, I think, or it's even our hashtag, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process.
Yeah.
Because it's working. Overthinking doesn't work out in this process. It doesn't do at all. Yeah, so great to have you all, to have all of you with us. Of course, we will introduce the mentors inside the Kickstart program again with a longer version and a bit more time for each one of you. This is just a short saying hello to the group so that the people who are sitting on the fence, because big thing to mention, the doors to Kickstart will open, no, they are open and they will close on Tuesday. So if you are sitting on the fence, if you are in the overthinking mode, please, you need to make a decision soon. There's not such a lot of time to go. And we already are, as you know, dear mentors, we already are more than 300 students and we are aiming for even more. So it's going to be a great party, I think. And I remember it's always the same. If you've got a lot of students, then some might think, oh, it's such a big group and I don't want to be, I will not be seen and I will, get lost. But as you see, we've got a lot of mentors. We are taking care of you, even if it's a large group. And the thing about a large group is it's very special energy and it really makes you thrive, makes you do the work and really gives you this slipstream Sigrun is talking about. So thank you, dear mentors. I'm just putting you back into the watching room and telling a bit about, because we are now going to have our countdown because our new interviews will start. And we've got one face I think I will see again, and some other nice ladies. So we are going to start the countdown now. That's the first thing. And yeah, let's see what our guests are doing this time.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to, what day is it? It's day 15. It is day 3 of SOMBA Success Stories. We are bringing you not just 12 days of masterclasses, no, we're also bringing you 6 days of SOMBA Success Stories, and this is day 3. Every day I'm interviewing at least 3 amazing women who have gone through some of our programs at some point. Some of these women were in a program before Kickstart existed. And they are still in our world, and they want to come here and share their story with you. And so 3 women every day, and there is for surely one that resonates with you, if not more. They all have very inspiring stories. They all started from zero in online business. They all have their own journeys, and there's so much to learn from each one of them. You can catch all the interviews that we have done already by watching out for our emails. Make sure you have info@sigrun.com in your contacts so our emails don't land in spam. And we send out a replay every day with the interviews of the day so you can catch up if you have missed any. We're also adding all the interviews to YouTube. So if you are looking for them, you can also go straight there to look for them. But yeah, it is best to look out for our emails to make sure you have it all in one place. Now, 12 days of masterclasses, we are taking them down. If my team hasn't taken them down already today, we are now focusing on your decision to join SOMBA Kickstart. And we are here to help you out. If you have any question, you can always email us info@sigrun.com. Typically, I'll stay also on for a few minutes after the interviews that I do. And we also have some Q&A coming up this week where you come with all your questions live on a Zoom call. Doors to SOMBA Kickstart close on Thursday, 10 p.m. Central European Time. So it is decision time. We have over 300 amazing women and a few good men in the program. We're expecting a couple of hundred more, and I would love to see you there. So if there's anything we can do to help you make the right decision for yourself, then let us know. We want to help you make your 2024 your greatest year yet. That is our goal with 12 days of masterclasses and these interviews. And SOMBA Kickstart only opens up once a year. And who knows if we will open it up next year. You know, the world is moving very fast. Times are changes. And I was thinking about this last night. You know, do you want to be a part of the future, or you want to fall behind? Were the sentence that came up to me. I think we are at the turning point. And every year I say, hey, why wait? Come and join us now. But now I'm even more adamant about it because I truly feel we are on the verge of one of the biggest changes we're going to experience. It's bigger than internet. It's bigger than electricity. The AI revolution. AI has only been around a year. It's been around since 1967, but for the public, it's only been around a year. And what happens in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, we don't know. And so I think delaying your decision to embrace your future and be a part of this revolution, delaying that is not a good decision. So without further ado, we want to dive into today's success stories. They are waiting here on the fence to come into this room with me. And I couldn't be more excited to welcome Jeanet Baathorn, who is a business freedom coach from the Netherlands. Janet and I go back way, way, because she joined my first ever group program called Launch with Passion in 2016. This was long before I created SOMBA or SOMBA Kickstart. She was the one that encouraged me to start to run retreats and came on my first retreat. She also joined one of my first VIP mastermind programs. And we've been on cruises together and traveled the world. I'm so happy to have her on here today. But basically, she took her business online with some of my programs and was able to scale up and work with more people and work less hours and travel the world. And the concept, the freedom concept, freedom entrepreneur, came up in, I think, in Iceland. Let's have Janet on. I'm also going to be interviewing Katja Brunkhorst, copywriter and coach from Germany, and Elke Pulse, a sewing coach from Germany. But let's have Janet on first. So, Janet, there you are. Hello. Good morning. Wearing red?
Wearing red, yeah, of course.
So happy to see you, Janet.
Yeah.
We go back so long time, you know, it was my 3rd year in online business, and you came and joined my first ever group coaching program. So we have a special connection.
We have a special connection. And I think it's also a lesson for everyone listening or everyone starting their online business, because I got to know you through the 100 webinars that you did, like the weekly webinars, like in 2014, 15. I don't know. I somehow ended up on your email list, and I just started watching you. And it was like in the beginning, it was all, if we look at it now, it's like, oh yeah, we know. But that's how people get attracted to you. And you were from Iceland. You didn't even talk about it a lot. No. And I had an Icelandic horse. So I had 2 Icelandic horses. I sold them now. Like one died and one I sold. And I'm like, yeah, you have to tell that you're from Iceland. I mean, I liked that. Yeah, we have a lot of stories and a lot of adventures, and
so much joy and fun. But let us bring back to your journey of before you went online, before you did Launch with Passion and all that stuff. You were working more in a traditional role, like a social media
expert.
Training. Yeah.
So in company workshops and speaking on stage. I did a lot of speaking on stage. Yeah. So in the car, going to clients or going to like a congress room, and always following someone else's calendar, because that's what was in my business model back then. Yeah. And that was not the best thing, I think. No.
And so when did you get the idea to go online and maybe completely change your business model?
The first glimpse that I had was, so I did these in company things, but I also organized my own LinkedIn workshops. And now I'm talking 2007, 2008. And with one LinkedIn workshop, not online, but on location, because it was still traditional. But I could make more money with like a LinkedIn workshop than I could with my intern hours that I did. Like, so there's some magic in groups. That was my first insight. And then we had this whole online journey. I started to follow Natalie Sisson, you know her as well. I started to follow more women like Marie Forleo, Amy Porterfield, and then I found you. And I'm like, yeah, so it is possible to have an online business. But I mean, to be honest, it took me years to figure out, how can I help my people? How can I help groups without not having enough time for myself, like for business growth or whatever? Because like
unfortunately Kickstart didn't exist back then.
No,
where we
a lot didn't exist back then.
Yes, exactly. So you were kind of paving the way in a way, like as me as well. We were paving the way for others that came after us.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's like using the first available software like Wishlist, and we had Optimized Press. I think you had it as well. And it was figuring out everything. There were no funnels. There was no software that could help you with things. But I like that. I like new stuff and shiny object. Yeah.
And then I don't know if it was in Iceland or of any of the other trips we did together, you came up with the freedom. So how did you go from, okay, I want an online business, and then the freedom concept, the freedom entrepreneur concept?
Like the main focus of my target audience is that they are too busy. Like they have a family, they have kids, they want to have an online business, but they don't necessarily aim for the 7-figure business. They just want a very nice life.
Yeah.
And I focus more on, okay, you need enough money, absolutely. So I'm all about like raising your prices, etc. You need a good business model. But then again, how can we create more time for you? Because if you have kids or you have to take care of your parents or whatever, that's where the magic is in those years. I mean, after the kids leave the house, you have more time. But in the beginning, you need time to just live the life you want to live with enough money to take them on a trip or to do things that you like. Yeah, so I focus more on the freedom, and it's not like digital nomad freedom or whatever. No, it's like daily life freedom.
Yeah. I started also with lifestyle business. I actually have the trademark still today. And even though I don't use it all the time in my business, I don't use it as a message to attract. I make sure that I keep the trademark. So whenever I need to renew it, there's a landing page somewhere with lifestyle on it that my lawyer can use. Yeah, because, you should design your life first, and then your business should support your life. Yeah.
Yeah. So design your life first. That's what we're going to do this week as well. Like design your year first. So block your holidays, block the days that the kids are at home where you can't work with. So block your year first, or plan it, and then figure out how many hours do I have left. So what can I do with those hours? Yeah. And that's where online is fantastic, and that's where groups are fantastic.
Groups are fantastic, and it's about, I'm so much for scalable, and I'm so happy you joined my first group coaching program, because we can talk about that. It was understanding that it doesn't mean less quality. It is no, and that seems to be a hard concept for some people. How can you teach many people at the same time and they still get what they need? What would your answer be?
Yeah, and that's something that I'm sweating here. I had coffee. Sorry, it's the age. That's what I like. I did a lot of programs, and I joined a lot of mastermind groups. And since the pandemic, since 2020, I created a mastermind system. So I created a system in which we have smaller groups, so 12 people max. They are all in a small group, and they all get the support from the whole group. And not every week, but very regularly they see me, but they can also see another mastermind coach. So the mastermind calls are facilitated. And I'm not a big fan anymore of like this approach of you have to raise your prices and attract more people. And I understand it, but I know that people want intimate relationships, and they want this feeling of, oh, they know my name and they know who I am and what I stand for. So I decided to go back to this more intimate situation, and I'm very picky with my client nowadays. Like,
don't come to me.
Yeah, well, you're also picky.
Yeah.
If I meet one of my clients like in the city or whatever, and I want to be able to have a cup of coffee together and enjoy it. Like, oh, this is great. Let's meet up together.
This is the definition of an ideal client.
Yeah.
Because people are like, yeah, but who is an ideal client? Well, it is a person that you can imagine that you have dinner with them, and you're not going to be bored or annoyed, frustrated. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think the more mature you are, the easier it is to pin this down, to know like, okay, these are my people, this is my tribe, this is the energy that I want, and this is how I'm going to support them. And like, if you scale up, you need more people to help you support them. Like you have a great big team now.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So when you scale up, when you have scalable programs, I think my biggest groups were 18 people when I was still alone. And that worked. But I realized if I want to make them bigger, I need some more support. Yeah. And so when I wanted to have bigger group coaching programs, I hired coaches to help me. In SOMBA Kickstart, we have mentors. We have student mentors.
Yeah, exactly.
And the more people we have, the more student mentors we hire. And we have more, what do you call, supply and demand. We have more people wanting to help out than we can hire.
I know, yeah.
A
My
lot of people
mastermind
want to help.
facilitators, they also come from my own mastermind groups. Like, I want to learn this as well. Oh, you can.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a skill. Yeah.
It's a skill. So
and one of the things that I decided. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You went through also going international and back to Dutch. A lot of people are asking about the language. Can you explain, like, what's your experience, or what would you recommend? Someone is debating. I even got an email this morning, so maybe she's listening right now. Coming from a small country, should I go with my own language or should I go international?
I think it's a very, very important question for yourself. And if I look back upon my career, I'm 57 now. So I'm like, I just want a nice life. Like, you know, if I look back at, let's say, 2005, 2006, I might have wanted to start in English, because I started in English in 2018, I think. That was the point that I already published 6 books. I already had my podcast. I already had all my blogs. All my material was in Dutch. Then I started in English and I realized, oh my God, I have to start all over again. It's like you're zero in the international market. Like you're a nobody. And in the Netherlands, I already established my position and people knew me and they saw me on stage or whatever. Like, oh, I don't feel like starting over. So for me, it became a lot of work, like, and not the best energy for me. Not the work that I wanted to do, but I had to because I didn't have any content.
So you tried it and you got your answers, so you have no regrets.
That's it. I'm 100% sure that I want to work in Dutch. Every now and then I have individual clients. Like sometimes I have a one-on-one client in English, but very short, but I want to work in Dutch. My content is in Dutch. My mastermind groups are in Dutch. And it's easy for me. So and now I have Dutch speaking entrepreneurs from all over the world in my groups. So they bring in this international vibes, but they speak Dutch. So it's not
so
that
for
I would
someone
say,
thinking about it right now, what would you say?
if you're in the beginning of your career and you're comfortable with the international, like the language, but also the international competition, because it's fiercer and you have to do more, start in English. But I think the thing that people don't realize is that in their own language, depending a little bit on the country, of course, but in your own language, you can also create a very good business, have a lot of money, as long as you know exactly what you offer and people think you are the best solution for them. And maybe Iceland is an exception, I know. There's not a lot of Icelandic people.
We have Icelandic clients that have very good business in Iceland.
I know. I think I know some of them as well.
And when I get a question like, oh, I come from a country and we're only 2 million, I'm like, Iceland, 380,000.
So it's you just have to realize both is possible. But it's also like, at what point in your career are you? Do you already have a lot of content in your own language? I think I would really scale that up and I would stick to that, but that's my experience.
Now you enjoy your freedom business, and I think also with age, what was really helpful when you come over 50, you start to not care what people think.
No, couldn't care less. No. And the realization that, like, I'm over half now, like way over half of my life. What do I really want to experience? Who do I want to engage with? Like, what do I need from life? Like, I spent 9 weeks in Gran Canaria last year, like October till December. One of the reasons, like, the weather is gorgeous, but one of the reasons is I have asthma. You have that as well. I'm 48 hours on the island and my lungs are clean. And I'm so happy to be there. I'm like, oh, so I escaped this whole autumn nightmare season here in the Netherlands. It's snowing here. Like, what do I do here? But that's, I mean, my company, my business provides for that. I mean, I just book an apartment, I book a flight, and I'm off.
Yeah,
It's easy.
you're truly living the life of, as I think both of us don't like the word digital nomad because it's always the impression that you sit on the beach with a laptop.
Yeah.
Freedom as entrepreneur or lifestyle entrepreneur, we both
Yeah.
like those words.
Yeah.
And that's
And-
why we do it. Most research shows that the reason women start a business is for freedom.
Yeah.
And the
absolutely.
reason men start a business is for money. Interesting.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know the difference. And I think we have to learn to speak about money a lot more. And I mean, you
Yes.
know that as well, and I do that as well. So you have to feel comfortable earning more money. But it's very important that you have your priorities on, like, what's the life that I want? Not culture, not my husband, what do I want?
Yeah.
What do I? Yeah.
And build your business around it. That's exactly. I love chatting with you, with Jeanet. We could do that forever, but I think you've given people the inspiration they need, and the language question that came up as well.
Good.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. See you
Thank you
soon.
for having me. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Great. That was Jeanet. Next up is Katja Brunkhorst, copywriter and coach from Germany. Before SOMBA Kickstart, she ran a small agency with one-on-one clients, but she wanted to offer group coaching. Again, the topic of group coaching that would combine her expertise in literature, personal branding, and yoga philosophy. In 2 rounds of SOMBA Kickstart, she created 2 signature programs. Now she can combine all her passions in both of her online programs and make over 150,000 a year. I am bringing up Katja.
Ooh.
Hello, Katja.
Hi
So
there.
nice to see you, Katja, and have you on here today and talk about your online business journey. So you need to take us back. You were doing 101 and doing copy and websites with your husband.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I actually still am. And that's
Yes, you still are. Yeah, I know.
I still am. And that's what it took me a while. I'm slower than most. I take my time, right? And I finally figured out this is what I want to do as well as the group coaching. You know, I like to sing rock songs on a stage with my band. I like to host yoga retreats. I like to really get down on someone's copy or teach them how to write later on this year, how to write their own memoir. That's coming too. And this year I finally founded my own little uni, because I come from the world of academia and universities, and I just was not happy there, let's put it that way, with the old school politics and hierarchies and the male bosses and what have you. And I want to help people come into their own more and show all their multitudes and all their facets. And that's what I'm very, very happily doing now.
Yes. And you joined Kickstart. What was the reason? You actually were in SOMBA before Kickstart existed, wasn't it? Yes, we have many of those. And then you came back to create your program. So how did that go?
Well, I was in SOMBA in 2017 before Kickstart. And I already loved the community. You attract amazing people. I loved this vibrant international community of very, very clever women, right? But I really needed a more serious kick in the butt. And I needed that accountability and knowing exactly what to do every single week. So I took a SOMBA break for a year. And then in 2020, I just had to jump into Kickstart. And I was just so excited when I first heard about it and was like, yeah, that's exactly what I need. Because I had this, group coaching idea already loosely in my head, like all the elements I wanted to bring to it, the result I wanted to get people. But how to bring it like into being, how to market it, how to find the right clients, etc. I was completely trapped in this, whole overthinking loop. And then I just went into Kickstart. I dove in head first, head down. I didn't look left. I didn't look right. I was just eye on the prize. Let's do this. And it was just amazing, right? It was 2020 and then Corona hit, and me and my little merry band of, I had 50 women in my group who were all amazing. And we really bonded. And get this.
Yeah.
I'm
And you had amazing conversion.
I did actually. I had like 25% or something.
25%. So
Yeah.
1/4 of the women in your free 4-week course
Yeah.
bought your next step.
Yeah,
Wow.
I made $10,000 then and there.
$1,000. Yeah.
Sigrun, you have no idea what this still means to this day, because it was finally the validation. I'm not crazy for bringing all these weird things together. I just attracted fellow serial experts who also struggled with, putting a roof over the pillars that they were standing on, who wanted to bring all of the facets. And that's the people I still attract. And I just wanted to tell you, I'm in the middle of a launch right now. It's so effortless. It's a multiple 5-figure launch. I haven't launched for a year, and I think people have been waiting. And get this, some of the people in my program have done both my Kickstart programs already for free. And now they're paying me handsomely to do them again and longer. And that's the magic of Kickstart, because you create something that is so thoroughly tested, that's proven, that you co-create with your participants. So it actually really hits the spot. And
you're answering some of the doubts that are coming up. I can even see that in the chat here around us. Like, how can you make money with a free 4-week course? And you just shared that.
Well, yeah, my program now
wow your people away, and 25% in your case, we cannot guarantee anything. 25% bought the next step, and you made 10,000. And then even the people that maybe just participate for free and did not buy, they're maybe buying now.
Exactly.
Or, so it's like, it's you're building credibility, you're building trust, and your brand, obviously.
Yeah.
And you have participated twice.
Yeah.
So you came back because you wanted it again.
Well, it's your fault.
It's my fault.
It's your fault. I just had to come back. I had this other idea, of a different idea. I just wanted to test drive. And again, the magic just happened again. And now both of these programs are much loved, and I've launched them both several times. And this year is the first time that I'm combining them in a longer 6-month container. My own little writing uni that you always told me I should do.
Yeah, let's dive a little bit into that. So you've created, you went twice through Kickstart. You created 2 4-week courses and obviously upsells. Did you upsell the same thing or a different thing?
Well, it's always group coaching with me. I'm a little bit like Jeanet. I love, I turned 50 this year. I'm super picky as well. I tend to become friends with my clients and hang out, and they come to my retreats and we become clients of each other and what have you. And they tend to come back and literally do everything I offer. And I love that small group experience. But now I realize I'm going to have to probably create several small groups in my little uni, because I said no more than 12, and it's definitely going to be more than 12. So that's very, very exciting. But guys, be patient, because it can take a while if you're like me. But that's also okay, right? You do you.
Okay. I also created many group programs. I think 1 year I ran 6 different groups, but that gets tiring too. So then I switched over to hiring coaches. But I want to come back to you. You created 2 free 4-week courses, and now you are combining them into one program. Just for reference points, people are watching this, what are you pricing this 2 courses at together?
Right. So I just finished my behind the scenes secret easygoing early bird launch, which brought in multiple 5 figures. It really blew me away. No ads, not even a sales page, nothing. That was priced at 3K. And
3,000.
and I also am letting in people separately into both programs, which are each 12 weeks now, because people have been telling me for years, it's too much material.
Are you selling the 4-week course separate, as
As 12-week courses, like components, like I call them semesters in my little uni now, and you can get in separately for 2K a pop.
Okay, so each course is worth 2K, let's say separately, together 3K.
Even more now.
And they were originally free 4-week courses that you tested and created with real people. So that's the value. You were creating, just imagine what she just shared with us. If you can create a free 4-week course, you maybe make it longer afterwards, but you can sell it maybe for 2,000.
Absolutely. And I went up, slowly. Each time I launched, I made it a little longer and the investment rose a little bit. And to be honest with you, I think is worth even more what I have to offer. And that is priceless. That confidence that you get by the results that you get people, and you realize what you have to offer. No, it's maybe not normal and not everyone can do it. You got something special and you owe it to the world, sister, to get it out there, right?
Absolutely. And not price it at $197, like someone suggested in chat. No. Yeah. Oh, I love that, Katja, so much. You know, when I hear that people are selling their Kickstart courses years and years later, and maybe they have gotten longer or a little bit changed.
Add stuff, like I'm adding tons of AI stuff because, like you, I think, wow, guys, let's deal with this amazing topic. Let's get guest experts in. Let's look at, in my case, the combination of artificial and also what I call artistic intelligence. Let's look at what makes us really human and how we can stand out with the help of AI. So I think it's just an exciting time right now.
It's risky not to dive into AI. I was actually thinking about that last night. I had a little bit trouble falling asleep, and I was thinking so much about, and I'm worried for women more than men because they tend to be more hesitant towards new technology. And what does that mean for gender equality?
Yes, exactly. Well, in my case, my husband is the one who's refusing to even look at it. And that's so risky because
there are exceptions. Yeah. But, you know, I know you are a fellow gender equality, advocate.
Better believe it. Yeah.
And there is a concern about AI itself, obviously, because it's developed by men, but also that women are not embracing it enough. What are your thoughts to that?
I can imagine. The whole problem starts at school. I've got a 13-year-old daughter. And I think the whole problem starts at a very young age. And if you look at the universities and how they're struggling to find enough women still for the mint subjects, as we call them, right? We need to start, even as mothers, leading the way, walking our talk, and being role models. That's how we get them, I think. And in your case, you're doing the work for the older women, but I think all of us who have kids, I'm trying to get my daughter to use ChatGPT-4, and she's like, make it stop, it's creepy.
Well, like you said, if you use it on a daily basis and your daughter sees you using it, you are at least planting a seed, even if seed doesn't convert right away. Yeah. This is a technology to be embraced and not be feared. Well, we know that something bad can happen, but hey, are you going to live your life in fear or in possibility?
We're not going to be able to change. We can't stem that tide. And I do think we need ethics and stuff around it in place. I'm a philosopher, so of course I think about these things. But I'm like you, I tend to be optimistic and think how this could help humanity, maybe, than destroy us or whatever. I don't think that's going to happen.
No. Well, and if it does, you couldn't do anything about it anyway.
Well, we're doing a pretty good job at doing that ourselves already. So
we're doing that ourselves already. But I just feel there was this phrase that came up for me, future-proof your life and business by being a part of this evolution. Don't fall behind. And I'm concerned about women not diving in and embracing it. So
I agree, but I think there's just this big need to talk about it. I think people need to be gently taken on board and just informed, right? Knowledge is power. And you're doing a great job at telling people, hey, you got to embrace this. And it's very, very true. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katja, I am so excited for you that you have created these beautiful programs out of Kickstart and shown others what's possible also with your high conversion rates. You can have a relatively small group in your free 4-week course and still have amazing results. Thank you for sharing that, Katja. You have inspired many. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. Bye, guys.
So great. That was Katja. We have heard from Janet and Katja how they are embracing the changes in the world, including AI. Next up is Elke Pulse, a sewing coach from Germany. Before SOMBA, she was also in SOMBA before Kickstart existed, had an offline business running sewing camps in several major cities. With our programs, she created online courses and a membership on sewing and color styling. A year ago, Elke actually came back to us to do SOMBA Kickstart as he wanted to explore a new course topic, and she loved the process. Since a few years, her business makes about 200,000 euro. Elke, come on.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to be here.
Nice to see you, Elke. Nice to have you on here today and talk about your online business journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Yes. Take us back to the time where you were not online yet. How did your business look like?
Oh my goodness, I was always online. I never had an offline business. I had my first business in 2006 doing making wedding cards, handmade, and I only sold them online. And later on, I started sewing, and I had sewing patterns online.
Yeah.
Then I had my sewing camps you were just talking about. And then I joined SOMBA Momentum, actually. I straight went into Momentum. And I can remember that in summer, you offered that we could participate in something called SOMBA Summer School.
Yes.
And that was basically SOMBA Kickstart, just with a different name in a different season of the year.
Yeah.
And I was like, should I do this or shouldn't I? And then I decided to do it. And I had, I don't know, about 250 to 300 participants. It was a course about, it was called Alles passt zusammen, everything goes together with regards to clothing. And from that, I launched my membership.
Yeah.
So that was all thanks to SOMBA Summer School. I have now, it's about 4.5 years now, and I still run my online membership. And it's a great model to have this recurring revenue. That's what I am really into.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, I was never offline business-wise.
Could you estimate how much money your membership has made you? Just the membership? Can you know?
I think about 400K. I would have to need to calculate, but I suppose something around this over the years. So
over the years.
Yeah, I think that's about, yeah.
And that's a great, for someone who's thinking, membership, typically it's low price. Does it really make you money? Well, you got to have enough people in it.
Yeah, of course. It's not a high price. I don't have any high priced products, just for everyone to get an idea. Since Katja talked about, I don't know, a 3K program, my most expensive product at the moment is 370 euro.
Yeah. And the membership, what's the price per month?
I know we had discussions about this many times. I started at 189 for 1 year, which is a really low price, and now I'm at about 350, so 349 euro for 1 year.
Yeah.
And Yeah, it's like in Germany you say it's kleckert, you know, it comes in small bits into your business, but it comes much more often than when you launch a program which is I don't know, a few thousand euros. It's just a
Yeah.
different kind of receiving the money, I would say.
Yes, yes, very true. And you know, memberships are great as long as you know that you will get enough people. And I think sometimes people go into memberships a little bit too early, or with yeah. So your membership, how many members do you have today?
At the moment it's about 250.
Yeah.
But they not all of them pay 350 euro because some of them have been in there for a few years. So they
Yeah.
still get the old price they joined at. And I also have like monthly payments and quarterly payments. So I have tried many different things over the years. I've tried launching it,
Yeah.
you know, like only opening it up like 3 times a year, something like this. I also had it open for how do you say, evergreen open, so you could join anytime.
Yeah.
Now it's a combination of both, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably the best way. Behind the scenes in and launching on the outside.
Yeah. I think what's really important is to find out what kind of a person you are, what kind of a business person you are. Of course, in the beginning, you might not know it yet. But when I did my sewing patterns, I really loved this concept of first putting the work in and then just selling it as many times as I would like to. So for me, it was a switch to go to online courses first when I joined SOMBA Momentum. And the reason I joined was I never planned to have a business. So I didn't start a business to start a business. I just was very curious about everything that was happening around me. I was interested in sewing, so I started sewing. I was, I saw some blogs, I could do a blog. So it just developed like this. I saw people doing a sewing pattern. I'm like, could I do this? I have actually no formal education in sewing, so I thought, okay, I can, you know, pay someone to do the stuff that I'm not trained to do. And this is how it developed. And I never had like a real strategy from the beginning, you know, it's just like trying stuff. Then I saw people doing podcasts. And, okay, I can do this as well. So I had like a collection of many different things, and I was offering most of it for free. So that's how I built my community. And then I had to kind of get them used to paying me for the services or products I delivered. So that was a bit hard for me to do. And the reason I joined in 2019 was that my husband always was saying, I want to come into your business and let's do this together and make this big and so on. And he had some changes in his job. And then I thought, okay, actually, I didn't really want to do it because he was so much, and he was like managing people, and I thought he would then want to be the alpha, and so I saw some conflict potential. And then we said, okay, we don't know if it's going to work if we don't try it. So we said, okay, let's do it. But then, of course, we needed more income, like a lot of more income, because we have 3 kids. And if this business should sustain the whole family. So that's why we then discussed we could start with online courses, and I joined Momentum.
Yeah.
So then for 4 years we did it together, and last year we separated business-wise, not relationship-wise, because I wanted to separated, especially after the Corona thing, just to let people know that there's so many ways you can do your business. You don't have to do it alone.
Yeah.
So for some people it works well with a partner. For me, I decided, no, I don't want to go this route anymore. I want us to have separate incomes, which is also for our family a better situation. You know, in business, you have this kind of income, and you never know exactly what's coming next month. So yeah, for some people that's fine, and for my husband, it was a bit stressful to not have this safety of a regular income.
Yeah. Well, you know that I have hired and fired my husband too, so I know. He sometimes asks, am I now in the business or am I out again?
No, we're very clear. The only thing my husband still does is accounting.
Yeah.
Which I'm very happy about.
But you have experimented a lot. You don't just teach people sewing, you also added color into it as well. So can you tell a little bit about the other products, like besides the membership, what other products do you have?
Yeah, so actually the membership is called Näh deinen Stil, so it's translated into Sew Your Style. And ever since I started that membership, my focus wasn't on the sewing alone anymore. It was always in combination with finding your style and sewing your own style. In 2021, I added a new brand and product, which is called Farbfitterie. You could just say it's a color fitting brand where you can get your colors done online, and we send you out a color palette individual to your colors. It also works very well together with Sew Your Style, because we have many clients who buy the color palette and then continue working with the color palette in the sewing membership. And actually, when I read that you announced me as a sewing coach, that's not what I'm doing anymore. And I realized this even more when you were talking in 12 days of masterclasses about the ideal client, and then that it can evolve and you have to reassess it again and again. So I think it's true, because it can evolve. For me, it was from only sewing into Sew Your Style, and now it's more into the styling topic. So it's, but that's what my business has been about all the time. It's always what I'm personally more interested in. That's where the business goes, basically.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. Like, we change, and therefore our business change, and our clients change with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you still have clients with you for years because they are on this journey with you.
Yeah, I do. So it's really interesting. If you remember, during the pandemic, when I was in your mastermind group, we had a discussion about to do a freebie when the pandemic started. And you said we have to do something to support the people who are now in the pandemic situation, to either help them mentally or entertain them or do something.
Yeah.
And you said, why don't you do like a mask sewing pattern? And I was like, come on, this is so easy. Why? And there's so many around. Why should I offer this little thing? And
who am I to do that?
Yeah, no, it was not who am I to do it, more like it's there. Why should I, add another one? That was my idea. And you kind of pushed me into doing it anyway. And that was really great, because our server broke down because so many people wanted to download it at once. And on my YouTube channel, the video I did to explain how to sew it, a tutorial, I think now has over 500,000 views. Of course, no one watches it anymore, luckily, but it exploded my email list.
Yeah.
And I still have people who joined during that period and then bought something from me. So it was a really interesting experience. Yeah.
Ultimate freebie.
That was an ultimate freebie, but it doesn't work anymore.
No. It's noticing what is on people's minds, and that comes back to the ideal client. Like,
Yeah.
figure out what your ideal client is thinking about, and then you can, if you can solve their problems, like in this case with an offer that they, you know, jump on, that's how you grow your email lists, make more money. And yeah, I love that. I love that you shared a very different business model.
Yeah.
I love the membership model as long as you have enough members, not just 2 or 3, in addition to online courses. And I think that's a great thing. We have had several people do a free 4-week online course and launch a membership just like you did. So thank you for sharing that, Elke. And thank you for coming on today. It's always a joy to talk to you. And we'll make sure we update. You're not a sewing coach anymore. We'll update that.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sigrun.
Thank you. Wow, we had today Jeanet, we had Katja and Elke, inspiring women, all have different stories, different business models, and I'm bringing these women on for you to show you what's possible for you. So bring on your questions. I'll stay on for a few minutes. Doors to SOMBA Kickstart close on Thursday, 10 p.m. And the next time we'll open is a year from now. And are you willing to wait a whole year to make your dreams come true? And who knows, maybe we'll not open it again. You know, the world is changing. We might teach something different. So this is your chance to make it happen. So, is there a summer school? No, there is not a summer school. We are just running it once a year. Yeah, because we have now extended the program. It used to be 10 weeks last year. Now it's a 12-week program. So we are starting next week, a week from now, January 15th, we start with an onboarding week. That's where we introduce the software to you that we have now implemented. It's a choice to use it or not. You don't have to use it. But one of the amazing bonuses of SOMBA Kickstart is a software to do all of this. And we start with that next week. And then officially the Kickstart process starts on January 22nd. And we finish up April 11th. So doing a summer school just doesn't make sense to us because then we are, you know, too busy the whole year. We have lots of other things to do in the business. We run also Momentum group coaching program that Elke mentioned. She came straight into that program. And as a bonus, being in Momentum, you get free access to Kickstart. This is for people who are more advanced in online business. Momentum might be right for you if you're not at 100,000, 200,000 revenue yet. And then we also run Red Circle. I'm running retreats February and June and October with my Red Circle Mastermind. And that's for women who are already making 250,000 and want to go to the million. You have probably covered this before, but can I get my business idea approved in the program? Maybe it's simply not good enough. We have the process of you doing a survey. And basically, when you survey your ideal client, you know through the feedback if your idea is good or not. But yes, we do answer all questions in the program. You just make a post and say, hey, here's my business idea. What do you think? And you're going to get feedback. You definitely are going to get help with picking. But actually, there is a bonus that is available today. 2 o'clock today, 2 p.m. Central European Time. I'm doing a bonus workshop for those who join SOMBA Kickstart before the deadline. And it is called Client Course Confident Workshop. In this workshop, we will go through who is your ideal client, what could be the potential course, so that you feel confident going into this journey. So you could have your answer this afternoon if you want, if your business idea is good. Yeah. Do we have the link for you? Yes, my team is on with me today. So if you need the link to join the program, It's amazing all the different profiles your student have. Can we see the Kickstart courses they've done? At least the title is very inspiring. Elisenda, no, we take that page away and we don't make that list public, but we upload it to AI, our proprietary AI, all the course topics. So these will help you create a great course topic yourself. So yeah, within Kickstart, we give you ideas what are good course topics and what are not so good course topics, but we don't make this public. This is, this is a part of what is included in the course, that you know what is a good course topic. That's what we teach. Yeah, this afternoon, 2 p.m. Yes, you can join. Yeah, you need to join Kickstart to join the bonus workshop. The bonus workshop this afternoon at 2 p.m. is only for Kickstarters. It is a bonus. So those who join us before 2 p.m., they can attend. It's not public, and you cannot. Somebody was trying to buy that workshop from us separately, but it's not available. The bonus workshop will be recorded. Yeah. There was an email that went out yesterday about the bonus workshop. So make sure you're getting all our emails. Yeah. Let me see if there are any other questions. Maybe I misunderstood, but I assume I would need about 3 hours a day. We recommend 1 to 2 hours per day for the whole 12 weeks of Kickstart. Some people will maybe just have time for an hour and then they'll catch up on the weekend. And it depends on your background, of course. What have you done before? How much time do you need? But now our software will help a lot as well. I find it amazing, inspiring to see all the women enrolling in a program, wanting to scale and sound fantastic. Yeah, we have any age. We have women from the age of 20 to 70 in the program. Is the cost of the software included? The software is a bonus. You get 90-day free trial. If you want to use the software after 90 days, after Kickstart is finished, it's €97 a month. It is the cheapest you can get. It's an all-in-one solution. Momentum is a very different price point from Kickstart. So I recommend many of you Kickstart it first, and then you can upgrade to Momentum afterwards. But if you're already making good money online and ready to scale to 6 figures, then check out Momentum. You'll find it on our website. Tanya, I joined, very excited. Should we get the offer they've got now, or do we have access? Tanya, you can use the software that we have as a bonus, also as a teaching platform. I'm so happy that I instantly had the trust to join. Great, Christine. I'm already on since yesterday. Yay. Great. If you have any questions, you can email us info@sigrun.com. What's the deadline? Thursday, 10 p.m. Central European Time. Make sure you don't miss it. I've implemented Kajabi for another program. Will the Kickstart content be uploaded automatically? Nothing is automatic when it comes to teaching platforms. If you want to keep on using the software you have, you're welcome to do so. If you want to use the software that we provide for 90 days free, and then you have to pay monthly, you will have to upload the content to that software. Nothing is automatic in this world. Not yet. Judith is going to sign up again for Kickstart. Welcome back. Yes, alumni come back to us. We have several alumni that come back. They can join for a fraction of the price and get all the bonuses. You get the link for today's call. We have sent out a link already yesterday, and we send out a link at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So look out for that email. Great. Thank you for all your questions. And I see you in SOMBA Kickstart soon. And tomorrow we have more interviews for you. See you then. Bye-bye.